So hello everyone, hello ladies and gentlemen. Minasan konnichiwa. So we are ready to start our press conference. Welcome to the Tokyo 2020 press conference for triathlon after today's competition here at Odaiba Marine Park. So every medalist press conference at these games is streamed via Info 2020 and on Teams. For those following on Info 2020, simultaneous translation is available right in the Info 2020 media player. For those here in the room, translation is available via application. So the code is you can find on the paper, or you can scan the QR code. For those present in the room, we ask you to please use earphones or to use the silent talk function in application, which allows you to listen by putting the phone to your ear. Please also remember to switch off the ringer of your mobile phones. To ask a question, please go to the microphones on the right and left sides. For those following remotely, you can ask questions through the chat, okay? So, and now I'd like to welcome and congratulate today's medalists. So the gold medalist, Kristian Blummenfelt from Norway. So Kristian won Norway its first Olympic gold medal since the Olympic Games London 2012, when Norway won gold in handball and canoe sprint. Silver medalist is Alex Yee from Great Britain. Alex claimed Great Britain its sixth Olympic medal in triathlon, more than any other Nox. And bronze medalist Hayden Wilde from New Zealand. Hayden won New Zealand its first medal of the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. So, ladies and gentlemen, so the floor is open for your questions. Just please go to the microphone and ask your question. No, it's you who come. Thank you.
Hello, Kristian. Congratulations on a fantastic race. Some people said before the race that maybe you didn't like the heat. You showed them that's not the case. How was it out there?
It was actually quite comfortable. We have been preparing for the heat for so many years. I have a really good team around me. Probably world leading when it comes to heat preparation. So we were actually a little bit disappointed when we came to Miyazaki and the temperature was not as warm as we were hoping for. So we were actually doing like heat preparation down in Miyazaki to be able to be prepared for even like cancellation conditions. And it's weird, like coming from Norway, like Bergen, a country where it's raining 2/3 of the year and 10 degrees, and be having heat as or strength in the group, but it just shows the strength of the team around me.
Kristian, congratulations. In the last lap, it was any of you three's race, really, but with about a kilometre to go, you decided to power ahead and take the gold for yourself. Can you tell us about that decision and just how much it hurt as well to push yourself to the limits and how much it means to win Olympic gold?
Well, it's quite the same tactic as I did in Yokohama 8 weeks ago and in Lisbon. I don't really have the leg speed if we came down to the blue carpet together with Alex and Hayden, so I knew that I had to drag it a little bit like 5 minutes away from the finish line and just go really, really hard for 5 to 6 minutes all out, and hopefully that would be enough to break them. And it was so kind of good feeling when I saw that I got a little gap. And I just had to make sure that it was big enough even for the last 200-300 meters.
Okay, next question, please.
Hello. Question for Yee and Wilde. What went through your mind when you were 3 people left?
I guess coming into that third lap, there was still probably 8 of us coming in, about halfway to go. So there were some absolute animals in that group of 8, and it could have been anyone's game. And after a few attacks, it was left to the last 3 of us. We kind of, I guess we all looked at each other, and we all I guess we had our poker faces on behind our glasses. And I actually remembered when I raced Alex a couple months ago in Leeds, he was really aggressive around the corners. I was like, not letting him go around those corners as fast like last time. So I tried to every corner, held on to him. And then with Kristian, I actually remembered watching him when I was in New Zealand in lockdown. Doing that exact move in Yokohama, and I was just waiting, and I was like, oh, there it is. And it was watching that on TV, and then just feeling it was, I could definitely see why those boys got dropped in Yokohama. But the man fully deserves that gold medal. He was storming it on the bike as well. So he was no feet out of the front of the pack, and didn't hide, just did everything on the front, and kudos to him.
Yes, please.
Kristian, can I ask?
Sorry. Yeah, we have.
Is that on? Oh yeah. I mean, for me, I just wanted to run the kind of best 10k I could on the run. Kind of leaving the bike, I didn't feel amazing, honestly. So I kind of, almost had my poker face on. I knew my strength lied in my leg speed, so just trying to use the bits where I could pick up my leg speed, because I guess that's kind of easier speed for me. So that's kind of where I played to my strengths, and I was really pleased to come away with second. Honestly, Kristian was the better man on the day, and I'm really pleased.
Yes, please.
Kristian, when you were heading towards the finish line, you kept grabbing your head and turning around like you were waiting for somebody to catch you. Then when you grabbed the tape and you were rolling around on the ground, can you take us through what was going through your head through each of those moments?
Well, it's a moment I've been dreaming about for so many years, and also coming here, going through the swim and bike normalization and seeing the finish line and the last kind of the blue carpet. It has been kind of touching that finish tape has been something I've been dreaming about for so many years, and to actually be able to put it together on the day is something I'm really proud of. And it's a strength feeling coming into the last 100 meters and knowing that I had the victory.
Thank you. Next question.
This is a question for Alex and Hayden, because there's been quite a lot of talk in advance about the Norwegian equipment on the bike. Were you affected by this? What do you think of it? And do you think this played a part in the leading up?
I mean, they're part of our racing, and kind of innovation and stuff is always going to be a case in the games. And I think I don't know if it actually played a massive part in the race in itself. In the end, I think the race came together eventually. So I mean, for us three, I guess that kind of works in our favour. So it's hard to say with innovation and stuff. Things are always going to grow. You've seen it with the run shoes as well. So that's just part of our sport.
Just as Alex touched on, I guess the sport's developing. It was just like coming from alloy bikes to carbon bikes to alloy wheels to carbon wheels. It's just part of the game. Same with all the the new shoe innovations as well with the carbon foot plates. So I think it depends definitely what sort of athlete you are with the bars. If you're a front pack swimmer and you want to go solo, it could definitely help. Getting on those bars and getting in a good position, or if you're chasing, but once you get into the group, they're not really, that good when you're in the group. So, but if you're exposed and you're by yourself, yeah, they can definitely help, but you need to be on them at least more than 50% of the race to actually, for them to actually count for something. So, but yeah, it's definitely a move forward in technology. As ugly as they look sometimes, they go right.
Just a quick follow-up as well. Do you think there's a mental aspect to it, that the Norwegians feel like they're in front?
Yeah, I know that the science behind, I guess the science behind that the Norwegians have put with their time trial bars, there's obviously something there, as they were on them the whole time and they were going full gas, and it was hard to catch them. But yeah, no, it's all about positioning at the end of the day and how you execute the power on the bike, and they were doing that brilliantly. So yeah, it's definitely a move forward.
Hi, I'll ask a question in Norwegian if that's fine. Kristian, det så ut som det var mye taktikk involvert, også i løpinga, og du navigerer veldig rundt deg. Kan du fortelle litt om hvordan du planla å ta det gullet i land når det var så jevnt der?
Det var ganske likt som det skjedde. Jeg trodde det kom til å samle seg på sykkel. Det var liksom ikke så mange rene svømsyklister som var med, sammenlignet med Rio, sånn at jeg tenkte det kom til å bli litt lettere å ta igjen første gruppen. Litt irriterende at vi hadde en kanadier der som prøvde egentlig bare å sakke oss ned, men da handlet det egentlig bare om å få nok folk foran han. Og så var det egentlig bare å komme seg safe inn til andre skiftesone og spare løpspenner så mye som mulig. Og få gjøre det jeg kunne på sykkeltappen og drikke det jeg skulle. For jo mer drikker der, jo bedre vil det være rustet til løpingen. Så det var egentlig bare vente til løpingen. Jeg tenkte litt på de siste 20 kilometerne at dette må jo være en veldig kjedelig TV-sending, i og med at vi alle bare sitter og venter til løpingen. Men forhåpentligvis blir det litt spenning på slutten der.
Hello, Kristian. Actually, a question for all of the guys. Can you tell us what happened on the start for you and how it was for you each individually on that full start, and what you think about that?
Yeah, I think all of us actually on the table up here were actually stuck in it. When I jumped in, I just went full gas, and I was like, oh man, I've had an absolute blinder of a start here. And then realised that half the field wasn't even in the water, so I was like, oh, bugger, pretty gutted. So then we turned back, but it was actually quite good, I think. I don't know, if you take it in an immensely positive way, as we were waiting around for the start of the line 25 minutes, so we actually hadn't been doing any kind of movement for 25-30 minutes. So for me it was great to actually get 50 metres in full gas and then actually warm the arms up a little bit. But yeah, I guess you've got to take those positives and take the punches and just restart and reset, and just one of those things.
Yeah, a little bit the same. I saw the boat on the left side, and I found it quite strange that the start signal came that early, because as I was aware of, I thought that the boat was still kind of in front of the left side of the pontoon. So when I jumped in, I thought that this would most likely be pulled back and go for another start. So I just obviously tried to not go too slow, but kind of keep a little bit left, and then go, look at it in a positive way, that we actually got like a little pre-warm-up before the real start.
Okay, any other questions? Oh, yeah.
I'll do one in Norwegian as well for Kristian. Gratulerer, Kristian. Kan du ta oss beskrive litt av følelsene du har når du går over målstreken, og litt av alt det som ligger bak?
Det er jo ekstremt deilig å bare for først å komme inn på beachen her igjen, og så vite at luken er stor nok, og så bare se oppløpet og målbåndet. Spesielt det målbåndet som noe jeg har drømt om å få virkelig tak i og kunne ta over hodet. Så ja, det er en følelse jeg har tenkt og drømt om for så mange år. Og spesielt de siste kanskje 6, 7, 8 ukene så har det bare virkelig kjent på. Jeg var ganske nervøs i går, men egentlig bare lå og tenkte på det målbåndet før jeg skulle legge meg, og visste at nå er det kanskje 7 timer igjen til jeg skal stå opp. Så var det rart i går kveld når jeg visste at de hjemme i Norge de var på OL-døgnet, mens jeg måtte sove en natt til. Så ja, veldig deilig å stå her med gullmedaljen.
Og hva med all jobben som er gjort?
Jo, det er jo selvfølgelig deilig det, men liksom vi har jo det kjekt på veien også. Det kommer ikke bare ned til medaljer, det er jo på en måte en livsstil. Sånn at vi har jo det, liksom det, triathlon er jo det jeg liker å holde på med uansett. Så det er ikke snakk om at det ikke har vært verdt det hvis det ikke har vært gull i dag. Jeg holder på med det jeg virkelig synes det er kjekkest på jord, så jeg føler meg heldig.
Og last one. Gustav nevnte at det var en tidligere triatlet, verdensmester, som mente at du var weakest butter mentalt. Hvem var det, og hva er din kommentar til det?
Ja, det var visst Jan Frodeno som sa det på en flyplass for et par uker siden, at det var fysisk sterk, men soft som smør mentalt. Så får vi se.
One question for Alex. Alex, your performance today has helped make Britain the most successful nation in Olympic triathlon history. How important for your development has been the Brownlees, and did you get a chance to speak to Johnny after the race today?
Yeah, I mean, Alistair and Johnny have created a legacy for our sport of triathlon, let alone for British triathlon, so I've been incredibly lucky to kind of follow in their footsteps and see how they've worked and how they operate. And I mean, success has always bred success, and I think that's a massive occasion for Alistair and Johnny, but then also for British Triathlon as a support network. They've been world leading in making sure that we're getting to the start line in the best possible shape we could be in, and I definitely felt like for this games especially that I've been the best supported. I've always had somebody there to help me out, to carry my bags, to do little things which you wouldn't think about before a race, and those things make a difference. And yeah, I feel really lucky that I'm part of such a strong network, and I think thanks to the National Lottery funding as well for kind of helping us with that as well. I spoke to Johnny briefly after the race. He was thrilled for me, and I think he's pretty filled with his race as well. I think he had a brilliant race, and I think there's still a lot of life still in Johnny, so it's pretty exciting to see.
Thank you. Any more questions? Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is for all of you, because Kristian said that he was very well prepared for the heat. Can you tell me a little bit how you prepared for the heat or for the humidity, which is obviously the bigger problem?
Yeah, I guess being from New Zealand, we were in lockdown for stuck in the country for 22 months, so we actually didn't have I actually had to spend a winter training for that, so we used a heat chamber. So pretty much we did a couple 2-week blocks which we could alternate the heat and the humidity, so that's pretty much how we were doing that. And then post my first race in 22 months in Europe, I went to Spain to also get some more heat training there as well. So that's kind of how I prepped for the heats, and I think as an athlete I normally race pretty well in the heat as well. So as Kristian touched on one of the first questions, I think I was pretty gutted as well that it wasn't hotter, as I like to race in real hot conditions. So I actually felt it didn't really feel that hot, especially coming into the race with all these like heat cooling techniques.
I can't really say what we have done, but It's different from most of the other guys and teams.
Yeah, we were in the heat chamber as well, so we're lucky enough from where I train that in Loughborough they have a heat chamber which I could use, and we did a little camp there. We did 10 days preparing for the race, and then also we went out to Miyazaki with like the Norwegians as well, and unfortunately it was their kind of rainy season, so we actually didn't manage to get that much heat acclimation stuff done, but the race didn't turn out to be hot anyway, so it kind of worked.
So, any more questions? Yes. Okay. Maybe in English better.
If there's nothing else for Alex and Hayden, I reckon they can go. Because I'll do another one in Norwegian for Kristian. It's okay? Kristian, Arild Tveiten sier at der utstyret har vært for mind games. Hvor stor utslag tror du det har hatt? Det at dere har holdt utstyret skjult og den type ting?
Det er vanskelig å si. Jeg tror det er mer det at vi liksom får mye respekt og blir på en måte litt fryktet blant konkurrentene. Det er jo, altså alle er jo nervøse når du kommer til et OL. Alle er jo spent på hva de andre gjør. Sånn at det er jo mer for vår del til oss på en måte en ekstrem tro på oss selv, og at vi faktisk kan det vi gjør. Det er spesielt annerledes, og det gjør oss bedre forberedt. Sånn at det gjør det enklere å tro og drømme på at vi kan nå toppen. Og samtidig så tror jeg de andre blir nysgjerrige og kanskje har mer respekt for oss ute i løypen. Så det er jo bare gøy.
So, any other questions? No? So thank you very much. If not, I'd like to conclude the press conference. Thanks everybody for taking part today, and see you tomorrow at 9:35 during the women race. Thank you.